what you may run into periodically after doing a filter change is one of the fittings may leak. A lot of times it'll leak right here where the line inserts into the John Guest housing or fitting. What you want to do is shut off your feed water supply, remove the line, and use a pair of tube cutters to just put a nice even flush cut on the line. You can even take a little bit of lube, put on the outside here. Sometimes water from your fingers works just as well to lubricate the O-ring that's inside. To access the O-ring, just use a small screwdriver here to remove the retainer, and you'll see the O-ring setting right inside there. You can just remove it. How this fitting works, if you're not familiar, the tube inserts into the collar, and the O-ring seals around the tubing. If the RO has missed 2 or 3 filter changes, a lot of times what will happen is the O-ring and the tubing will kind of create a bond, an indentation. So once you break that seal, because you're disconnecting the line to do a filter change, if you don't cut the line, recut the line to a nice sealing surface, it may not line back up the way it did previously and seal as well as it did before the filter change. So it's a good recommendation anytime you disconnect a tubing from one of the fittings to just recut it. Most of the time the fitting itself and the O-ring are fine. It's just the line's been wore or chewed up from being in that fitting for so long. After you recut the line, and turn your feed water supply back on slowly. And after a filter change, even if it's a fitting or a line that you didn't remove, it's a good idea to check every connection. The RO makes water at a slow pace, so if there's a slight little leak, it may not show up right away. You might want to wait 5 or 10 minutes to make sure and check all the fittings. If recutting the line and putting a little bit of lubricant on there doesn't stop the leak, it may be necessary to just replace the whole fitting.